The Malik Willis era has begun in Miami, and he has, about 45 million reasons to feel great about his decision. But how long will it be until the Dolphins can compete in the AFC East? Hear from Willis tonight on the challenge ahead. It's been a wild week in free agency with the defending champs keeping and losing some key players while everybody else plays catch-up. Seahawks linebacker Ernest Jones and new Bucs running back Kenneth Gainwell joined the show tonight to break down everything. The NFL Drink Side, Ian Rapoport and Judy Batista. I am Tom Pelissero. We got tons to get to, so let's dive right in with the breaking news within the past hour. It is now official. Two-time Pro Bowl quarterback Kyle.
I want to thank God. I want to thank the Wilf family. I want to thank Rob. I want to thank Coach O'Connell for giving me this great opportunity. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to touch the field as a Minnesota Viking. It's a great day for me and my family. And again, I want to say I cannot wait to be touch that field and be a Minnesota Viking. Like I said, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I look forward to coming in and competing, getting to learn the offense, getting to be with Coach O'Connell. Obviously, he's had a lot of success, and again, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity to come in here and competing. Ever since I started playing tackle football, I was 7 years old. Genuine fandom. Ran deep, Vikings gear through and through. A lot of purple in my household. I don't want to bring it up right now, but maybe later, another day. It was a moment. I'll bring it up anyways. Whatever. I cried real tears whenever Brett threw that interception. I cried real tears that day.
Step one as Vikings quarterback, make sure that you know how to spell skull. You can see him right there in a Vikings uniform playing youth football. Step two, say something as relatable to every person in Minnesota as, cried when Favre threw the interception back in the 2009 NFC Championship game. This is a dream come true in many ways, Ian, for Kyler Murray. But first things first, he now has to beat out J.J. McCarthy in what should be one of the most fascinating quarterback battles that we see this summer.
Several things here. First of all, that was an amazing picture. Like, the fact that you become a lifelong fan of the team when you're like a peewee. I mean, that is the coolest thing. This was already a great story, and for Kyler Murray, what hopefully is a career resurgence for him. But growing up a Vikings fan and really speaking to the fans on your introductory press conference, we all expected, we've been talking about it for several days, probably the best quarterbacks.
I mean, let's be realistic about this. This feels like a lot more than just competition for J.J. McCarthy. Any other veteran quarterback that comes in, that would have come in, would have been competition for J.J. McCarthy, and you could have said, okay, well, they hope that spurs J.J. McCarthy to raise his game. This is a guy who can legitimately be the quarterback of the future for the Minnesota Vikings. His ceiling is so much higher than any of the other veteran quarterbacks they could have brought in to compete. His worst seasons are still much better than J.J. McCarthy looked last year. And J.J. McCarthy is starting from well behind Kyler Murray. I mean, playmaking talent. Again, his ceiling is really high. He is starting from ahead in this competition, even though he is not the incumbent.
Kyler only 28 years old still, even though it feels like he's been in the league for a long time. Not much to negotiate when you're talking about a guy with all that fully guaranteed money coming to him. It was going to be a minimum salary. But what his agent Eric Burkhardt did negotiate is that no tag clause, which means that if Kyler goes out and plays the way that he expects to, wins that job, helps himself, plays well through the season, he sets up as the #1 free agent hitting the market next March, which means we would be talking plenty about Kyler Murray at this time 1 year from now. But first, going up against J.J. McCarthy, who, by the way, they wanted to give him competition last year. It didn't come together quite that way. The hope is this elevates everybody competing through the summer. Malik Willis has a new home. It is in Miami, one of the biggest free agent signings, the #1 free agent on Greg Rosenthal's board at NFL.com. Putting pen to paper today on a 3-year contract. Here's a little of what Willis had to say.
I mean, there's a lot of great reasons to be here. I mean, those two guys are the biggest ones, in my opinion, as far as what I see this organization and this team becoming. I can't see the future, but all I know is they're going to put in the work each and every day just as well as I would try to do the same. Whatever role, whatever leadership, whatever it is, they brought me in as a piece of the puzzle that they want to put here, and I'm grateful and honored to be a part of that.
Daniel Jones not switching teams, but he also got a new contract, 2 years, up to $100 million after initially getting the transition tag from the Colts. There wasn't a whole lot of drama here, though, because the Colts wanted Daniel Jones, and Jones definitely wanted to be in Indianapolis.
You know, I'd just like to say thanks to everyone involved, to my agents, to Chris Ballard, Mike Bloom, and the team here, and then obviously grateful to the Irsay family and this organization for believing in me and giving me a chance. You know, giving me a chance last year to come in here, and then certainly this year. So I'm excited and thrilled to be back. This is a special place with you know, really, really good people who care about football, care about winning, care about the players.
You obviously had the injury, and those things always complicate these matters. I mean, how did you contextualize that, and do you think that was something that had to be confronted or dealt with, you know, during this process?
Yeah, you know, I can see, you know, it's real, you know, part of the process, and I understand the team has to take that into account. I'm very confident in you know, being back to 100% and ready to go, and working every day to do that. I have really good people helping me get there, so yeah, I'm very, very confident in that, but I understand it's a consideration for the team, and they have to take that into account. But yeah, I'm confident.
Free agency frenzy is over, which means it's time to turn our attention to the NFL draft. USC's Pro Day happened today. Our Bridget Condon was on the scene.
A beautiful day for USC Pro Day. All eyes on receiver Makai. Wide receiver in the NFL, TJ Hushmanzada, is his trainer and says from the first time they got together until now, there has been so much improvement, saying he just keeps getting better and better. He even said that this is a guy who he believes in the right situation with the right team, he could be a Pro Bowler in year 2. One other thing to note, former Trojan and current Bears quarterback Caleb Williams was in attendance here today supporting his former teammates.
Thank you, Bridget. As we look ahead to some of the other notable pro days upcoming, hard to look anywhere other than the last one on that list. April 1st, not a Fernando Mendoza going to show out with the fellas one last time before he heads to, I don't know,